All right, hello everybody, Kate Stashny here from Dedicated. Really just wanted to start a conversation about NFTs, non-fungible tokens. All right, so what does this actually mean? Well, the term non-fungible literally means that it is unique and it can't be replaced with something else. At a high level, I guess let's talk about how NFTs are part of this larger Ethereum blockchain. And what's Ethereum? Well, Ethereum is cryptocurrency like Bitcoin or Dogecoin or others. So what exactly can an NFT be? Well, from my research, and I'm pretty new to this, I just really wanted to share my journey as I learn about the topic. An NFT can be anything like a piece of art, it could be a drawing, it could be music, or I guess the excitement these days is all around digital art. Basically, NFTs give you the right... Basically, NFTs are designed to give you something that cannot be copied. It's basically ownership of the work, though the artist can still retain copyright and reproduction right of that piece of work, just like with physical artwork. If we were to relate this to physical art, it's basically like being able to buy a print of a very, a Monet or something like that, but only one person can actually own the original artwork. So I'm yet to figure out exactly how we can use NFTs. And like I said, I'm pretty new on my journey, but really wanted to tell you what I've learned so far. All right, some areas that get me excited in the NFT space is selling NFT art. So I am working on something called dedicated doodles, where essentially we're going to draw doodles and sell them as NFT art, but they're going to be related to data. Just checking in my notebook here. The other way I was thinking of using NFTs is actually using proof of attendance protocols, where I guess we can have a digital proof that you've attended an event, let's say the dedicated conference, the dedicated expo, or even the live events forum, the dedicated show. Additionally, I'm looking at using NFTs for books. So I am working on Color-Wise, the importance of color for data storytelling book, and I'm looking into and exploring how I can actually publish this book as an NFT. Okay, so what have I done so far? So far, I've gotten Coinbase, I've gotten a MetaMask wallet, I've opened an OpenSea account, which is really the marketplace, kind of like the eBay for NFT art. And like I said, really trying to explore all of this stuff right now. I've even bought my first Ethereum, or I invested $1,000 into Ethereum. It's not even the full ETH coin, if it's called an ETH coin at this point, but it seemed like that's something I needed to do in order to list some art, is actually have some ETH coin in my digital wallet. So the other thing I actually learned about is you can have something called unlockable content with an NFT. So let's say I'm selling a doodle, and let's say there are only 5 of them out there, 5 people end up purchasing it. Once you purchase this dedicated doodle, you might have access to, let's say, the inner circle, which is a premium data professional community within the dedicated circle. All right, well, this pretty much sums up everything I know so far about the world of NFTs, and just wanted to share some of my ideas of where I want to take this. I know there are lots of folks out there innovating in this space and really looking forward to learning from other individuals. If you have resources that you want to point me to, if you have suggestions, if you want to get on calls and maybe discuss some of this stuff together, I am definitely open to having conversations and really just doing a lot of research, learning more, watching as many YouTube videos on the topic as I can. And yeah, this is part 1. Look for part 2 once I get a little bit deeper into this topic.